Hello, friends. My name is Tony, and welcome back to The Longing. And today we are going to have some fun. We are going to read some more books. I guess you can tell by the title and by the series. We haven't read in a great while, and our shady already ready for the book. So um, Hmm. This is a reference to that cliff where you can actually commit suicide. But yeah, I was just about to do this. Read a book. We haven't read in a while, and I was thinking what book I want to read. Honestly, I would love to start a big series like this one, Thou Spoke Zarathustra, maybe even Moby Dick, but it will take me forever to finish this. Maybe, wow, it's 96 days already. Maybe I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even make it because because of the time, unless I will be reading all day, every day, 24/7. I don't quite remember which book we have already read. The Goose Girl for sure. Poems 2, I think yes. Metamorphosis, yes. The Six Swans, definitely. Fables, first part, I think yes. Montilato. Oh, by the way, this is a new one, I think, Iliad by Homer. I really want to read this one. I actually read this in university, at least when I was studying. I I was reading it, and it actually picked up my interest. I really enjoyed it, and I want to read it again in full. Of course, I've never finished it. I cannot even pronounce that name correctly. But for today, let's read this green book, The Raven, I believe by Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, as you can see, I think I've read it already. Yep, Edgar Allan Poe. Well, I read it by myself. I've never really recorded it. So this is as good time as ever. So yeah, let's go. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door, only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the breathing of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortals ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merrily this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, something louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then. What threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many flirty flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but, with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then the ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marvel at this ungainly fall to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if its soul in that one word he did outpour, nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by replies so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock in store, caught from some unhappy master, from unmerciful disaster, follow it fast and follow it faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I willed a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then, upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the foes those fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God has lent thee by these angels, he hath sent thee respite, and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether temper sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this sound by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, but that haven that bends above us by that God we both adore, tells the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aiden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that our sign of part and bird of fiend, I shake, upstart, and get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never fleeting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadows on the floor. And my soul, from out the shadows that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore. Wow, I actually forgot to turn up the lights, turn up the fireplace, but I think it was good. The crystal music. This poem, or this poetry, I liked it actually. I liked it a lot. Edgar Allan Poe has sure been such a strange figure, but his writing is exceptional. I enjoy this book. And for today's episode, I think this is it. We have some more books, as you can see. Maybe we will read them later. Yes, time flies. I should be reading more. Now, my friends, thank you so much for visiting my book club today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please be well. Please be awesome, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.